Hello, everyone. Let me just get things set up here. Click a few buttons. Maybe I can put that right there. All right, welcome everyone. And as you hop on, say hi. Let me know if you can hear me. That's always my first concern, if you can't hear me. And if you're new here, I am Terri Hartley. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Iowa. Welcome to those of you that are first time here, and welcome to those of you that are returning. If you see the live up in the corner, you know you're watching this live, and today is Tuesday, December the 6th at 1 p.m. Central. And I have a fun, quick and cute little project for you today, along with a coordinating card. So let me show you the little box we're going to make today. So this is the little box that we're going to make. Isn't that cute? I'm using the stamp set Peaceful Deer. Hi, Jenny. Good to see you. So we're going to make this cute little box, and I have a coordinating card to share with you. I also have a couple of other boxes that are a little bit different, and one of them is the one that we're going to make today, plus another one, because we're going to just change this up just a little bit. And I also will share with you several items that you can fit in this box. I'll give you the dimensions of the box that's completed, and again, it's going to be quick and easy. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up or like this video. That really helps. If you're new, if you're watching this on YouTube, live or replay, please consider subscribing, clicking that subscribe button. That helps me to bring videos to you, and I really appreciate that. And for all of you who have already subscribed to my YouTube channel. Okay, well, it's time for prizes, and then we'll turn the camera down and we'll start some stamping. But there's three ways that you can earn a prize. One, by leaving a comment either on Facebook or YouTube, because I'm streaming this through Facebook and YouTube at the same time. And you can leave a comment whether you're watching this live or the replay. Your name will still be in the drawing, so make sure you leave a comment. The second way you can be in a drawing is by sharing this video, and somewhere there's a share button, and you can just click that and share it, and I appreciate that. You just need to let me know that you've shared so I can make sure your name is in the drawing. And the third way is for placing an order with me now through until my next live next Tuesday. Hi, Mary Lynn. Good to see you. Hope all is well. So let me give the prizes from last week. And I have this roll of Magenta Madness. This is one of the in colors last year. And so it's a complete roll of ribbon. Congratulations to Judy Newquist from Iowa, who is the winner of the random drawing for leaving a comment. And this will be out to you tomorrow. And then I have a 6x6 pack of bedazzling specialty paper, and I don't know if you can see, but it really glitters. And congratulations to Kathy Baxter of Chandler, Arizona, who shared my video and is the winner of the random drawing. I do not have your address, Kathy, so please email me that, please. rusticbarncards@gmail.com, and it'll be in the description if you. And then congratulations to Janice Goodwin from Iowa, who won the drawing for placing an order with me. And this is the Good Things envelopes and card pack. And you can order this right now through December 10th, which when we turn the camera down, I will explain that and tell you a little bit more about this. But this is a great pack. I think it has 14 or 6, I believe 16 cards, 16 cards, four different colors, and you have your card bases and your envelopes to match. So quick way to make some cards. And Janice, I have your address, so I'll get that out to you this week. Okay, I think it is time to turn the camera down, and I'm going to share just a couple of things really quick, and then we definitely will start stamping. Hi, Connie, good to see you. So I'll get some more lights on. This is my December host code. So if you place an order with me in December, make sure you use this host code if your order is less than 150. If it's more than 150, you'll get the Stampin' Rewards. If you would prefer to call and for me to help you place your order, there's my phone number. Okay, really quick, the last chance, our mini catalog July through December is retiring, and some of the items are 60% up to 60% off. I sent a newsletter out yesterday with this easier to read. If you're not on my newsletter list, you might want to sign up, and in the description it shows you how to click the link and do that. And you'll see 20%, 40%, 50%, and there are up to 60%. So again, now through, I think it's January 4th, of course, when the items are gone, then they won't be replaced because the items are retiring. Well, it's not too late, but it will be next week, because this week is our 12 weeks of Christmas. This is week 12 for the Online Crafting Trios 12 Weeks of Christmas newsletter series. So I've teamed up with Sarah from Australia, Connie from Canada, and myself, and we have sent out a newsletter with a video, a written tutorial for a different project every week for 11 weeks, and this week is our 12th week. But it's not too late to sign up for my newsletter, because you also have all the links for the 12 weeks of Christmas projects if you sign up soon this week. And then in Paper Pumpkin, you have to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber to be able to add on the Good Things card and envelopes. And again, yes, 16 cards and envelopes. And that's what I was showing you earlier. So it comes in a nice pack like this. It's $10. And if you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, or you still can. And this month is the Good Things come in small packages. So this month includes all the supplies you need to create 16 gift card holders. But you can add on the cards and envelopes for $10 if you like. And you can get more information at terrihartley.stampinup.net. Okay, let me show you what we're going to do today. I showed you the little box we're going to make. We're going to use this Peaceful Deer stamp set. And this is in the, I want to say the annual catalog. I believe it is, because I'm going to show that to you in just a second. And then we're going to be using these stylish shapes. Now, these stylish shapes, they have circles, they have squares, and they're stitched, and they also have 4 labels. So we're using the third one, the one that's missing here. We're using the third from the largest. So you have several sizes of circle dies that are stitched, squares, and 4 different labels. And this is called stylish shape dies. These are new in the annual catalog, and I've used them a lot. The designer series paper I'm going to use is from the mini that is retiring, the Painted Christmas 12 by 12 designer series paper on page 29. And then in the annual catalog on page 42 is where you'll find the Peaceful Deer stamp set. And then the stylish shapes are back here too. On page 175, you'll find the stylish shapes. The largest die is 3 by 3 inches, and there's 15 dies. Okay, we are going to use today 4 ink colors: Real Red, Early Espresso, Balmy Blue, and Garden Green. We're going to use, really, we're just using 2 blends, but we're using light gray Granite, and I'm going to use light of Crumb Cake. And then we're going to be using a designer series paper. It's 3x3. It's also in the description. A couple scraps of basic white, because we're going to do a little stamping and die cutting. And then you're going to need basic white 4x4, and you'll want to score it a 1/2 inch on all 4 sides, which I've already done to save time. So it's 4x4, and then just score it a 1/2 inch on all 4 sides. Then another basic white cardstock, and you'll want to cut it a square, and it's 4 1/8 by 4 1/8, and you're going to score it a 1/2 plus 1 mark, or I believe that's 9/16. So if I have any math people here, but it's 1/2 inch plus 1 mark, or I believe that is 9/16. And you want to do that on all 4 sides to score that. Okay, we are going to make our box, and then we're going to decorate it. And then I'm going to show you right now what I plan to put in here is these Happy Holiday milk chocolate, and they're wrapped in gold and little blue and decorations. And again, I found this here in the United States at the Dollar Tree. Even though things are now $1.25, not $1, but it's still called the Dollar Tree. But I also have some other food items that will go in this box in case you don't have this. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is just fold on the score line. So I'm using basic white, and the sample that I showed you a few minutes ago, I used Garden Green for my box. So I thought we would make this in basic white, and then you can let me know which one that you liked best. And I also have another one that is different. So I like to fold this and use my bone folder. So I kind of do it twice. I'm going to lay that aside, and then I'm going to bring in our, now I'm working with the 4x4. So I'm just folding, just creasing all of the score lines, folding it with my hands, and then just creasing it. Then I just like to turn it over and give it another crease. Just helps your box. Okay, well, we'll just start with this one. Going to bring in some scissors. And then I'm just going to, there's a little fold line. There's a fold line here and one here. So this little corner here, I'm not cutting it off. I'm just going to take my scissors and go up to that score line right there. And then I am just going to just take off just a little bit of a sliver. It just helps for that not to be so bulky. Makes a little nicer box. So again, so I did this one, so I'm going to go across. And then I'm turning this completely around. I'm going to do these sides the same way. Just going to cut up. Those out of the way. And then I like to go ahead and fold these in and crease them again. And then I'm going to tuck them in and then just crease one more time. And then tuck these in, little ends. Now you can use the liquid glue, which I probably would, but because I want this to dry quickly, I'm going to use Terri tape. You also could use Stampin' Seal. The only problem I found with Stampin' Seal, sometimes it wants to, you know, give you a little bit more of a adhesive on there than you really want, and you have to kind of fold it over. So I'm just going to add some Terri tape and then just tear that. This probably will be take us the longest to do. But it shouldn't take too long. So I'm just putting it right kind of in the middle and tearing that off. And then if I have any extra, you can just snip that off with your scissors. There's some right here. There we go. Okay, so now I'm just going to, again, I want to put pressure on the Terri tape so it will adhere good. Bring in my take your pick tool. And I'm just going to take the backing off the Terri tape on that side, and then just this side over here. I'm just going to work with two at a time, the two ends at a time. And then I want to just bring this in, and I want to make sure that I kind of get that even with here, and press that down. Come over here and give that a press. And then we're going to go ahead and use my take your pick tool to take off the backing on the other side. Just kind of lifts that up, and you can take, if you have fingernails, you can. And then again, we're just going to get that where we want it. And you do have a little wiggle room, so if you don't get it exactly. Okay, so here is the bottom of our box. I'm going to set that aside, and we're going to bring in the larger. And I think we already scored this. So what I need to do now is bring in back the scissors, and we are going to do the same thing, just cut up to that score line. I still have some Terri tape on my scissors, but that's okay. Turn it around, cut up, just cut a little, kind of a triangle. Kind of see that? Okay, and then once again, so I'm going to be putting, I'm going to go ahead and get these ends again pressed down, but I'm going to be putting the Terri tape on the top of these. Okay, so right here. So I'm folding that in, so on top. So we'll just put some right there, tear it off. I think this putting the tearing tape on is probably the most time consuming, but you could definitely use the liquid glue. You just need to let it sit a little bit. All right, and then we just press that down and check and see if we have anything that we need to trim off. I think everything looks pretty good. Okay, so now we're just going to take off the backing off these two sides. And then we're just going to bring these corners together. And then we're going to come over here. And take this last backing off. We're just about going to have our box made. And then we just put that together. All right. And I'll bring in the two boxes. And they go, the lid goes right on top of the bottom. Get rid of these scraps. And now we're ready to decorate. So I'm going to bring in that 3x3 designer series paper, and we are going to just add it right on top of there. And just going to add some adhesive, and I'm going to use my liquid glue. And we're just going to place that right on top of our box. And I'm going to lay that aside. And then I'm going to bring in, which I've already die cut. So I use the third from the largest die from the Stylish Shapes. And I die cut a circle out. And we are going to be using, let's see. We're going to use Garden Green for this and Balmy Blue. So I'm going to start with Garden Green. And I'm going to bring in this little stamp, and it has the 3 little trees together. So I'm just going to ink this up. And I am going to stamp over on the right-hand side. And then I'm going to bring in the Balmy Blue, and we're going to add some snow. So I'm going to, in this stamp set, Peaceful Deer, you have this stamp that has snowflakes. So I'm just going to ink this up, but I'm going to stamp off. So I'm going to stamp off on my paper, and then I'm going to put some right here on the right-hand side of the pine trees. And then I'm going to stamp off, and I'm going to add some over here. Stamp off. And that's all I need. You'll bring an early espresso. I'm going to set this aside. Going to bring in our scrap of basic white and our deer. And we're just going to ink this up in our little deer in early espresso. And I'm going to bring in our blends. And I am going to start with the light gray Granite. And I'm just going to color inside those ears and the tail, and I'm going to leave those gray granite. But then, so I'm going to color the face in gray granite because this will kind of give you a two-tone, and deer isn't always just all kind of one color. So this way, we're just going to kind of do the outline of the deer in the gray granite. And then I'm going to come back with the light crumb cake. And then I'm going to go right over those ears. And then I'm going to go over the face with that light. And then blend in the gray granite. We're going to leave his tail gray though. And then we have in the annual catalog, we have a deer builder punch. And that is what I'm going to use to cut out or to punch out our deer. And I love punches. And you can go back over with the crumb cake. You could also bring in some more of the gray granite if you wanted to. But this way it looks a little more natural. So here's our deer punch. It also has some antlers, but we're just going to use the deer punch. So we'll line this up. And we don't need the antlers. Okay, so we have that. And then the other basic white, we can stamp. We'll bring in the real red, and I'm going to use, it's the best time of the year. It's the best time of year. And now you can stamp it first and then die cut, or you can die cut and then stamp. So here, then we would just lay our die cut right here, and we would add some washi tape or some sticky notes and run it through the die cutting machine, and we have It's the Best Time of Year. Or you can die cut out the label first. And then you can stamp it. So you have a couple of choices. Okay, now we're going to bring in our little box, and I will show you what we can put inside it in just a few minutes. Let's go ahead and turn this over, our circle, and bring in some dimensionals. And we'll just add 3 dimensionals. Hi, Ray. Good to see you. Thank you. It's a really cute card. We are going to, I appreciate that. We're going to add this. Then we're going to turn our deer over. And I'm going to put 2 of the regular size dimensionals. And then I'm going to bring in a mini for the face. And hopefully I put this stylish circle down enough. And that's one thing, you want to put it down just a little bit lower, because in this one, I'm going to place, and I do have room, I think I'll put the label at the top. Whereas the one I showed you earlier, I didn't do that. But then we're just going to pop this deer up right here. And then we are not going to pop up our sentiment. We're going to just bring in some liquid glue. And I think I'm going to place that right. Do kind of want to get it centered. Right there. Now, another thing you can do is you can bring in your Wink of Stella. And you can add some little sparkles, some glitter to your pine trees. And I don't know if you can see that or not. Here, hold that down with the pine trees. And then we're not finished yet because we have to have some kind of gems, right? And then don't forget I have a card to share with you too after this box. So I'm going to bring in those red rhinestone basic jewels, and we're going to make him Rudolph. So here's our box, and it measures a 3x3 by 7/8 is the 7/8 and 3x3 on. And then let's go ahead and open this up. And this will fit 2 of the Happy Holiday milk chocolates. And I also, because you might not have this, it also fits 2 paydays. These are kind of like the fun size. So that's another thing that you can put in here. I tried Snickers, and the box does close with that, with 2 Snickers. So the, again, that fun size of Snickers. And I think I forgot the name, but those thicker chocolate, Hershey chocolate, it'll come to me, but I don't have any of those. But I do have some smaller like Hershey chocolates, and you could definitely go ahead and even stack. So you could probably get 4, probably 6 to 8 of these Hershey size of chocolates. So you have lots of different choices. There were some cookies and cream snowmen at the Dollar Tree. And so here's another idea. It looks like maybe you can get 4, maybe just 3. So maybe just 3 on those. But lots of different things that you can fit inside this box. Let me show you the coordinating card that I made to go with this. And then I'll show you the other 2 boxes again. So this is the card, Sending Love and Peace this season, again from our Peaceful Deer stamp set. So I went ahead and decorated, only I used a larger circle die from the Stylish Shapes. I also added the Wink of Stella on the pine trees, and the designer series paper that I used here is 3 by 5 1/4. The real red cardstock layer is 5 1/4 by 4. And then the card base is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2 and basic white. And you can most certainly stamp something on the inside too. So here's a quick card and a quick box, coordinates. Oh, that's a good idea, Ray. That would make an excellent Post-it note holder. Yes, that would. And if I had some small ones with me handy, we would, but yes, that would fit perfectly. Thanks for that suggestion. So just kind of some ideas for, I think when you give a gift to the holidays, it's so nice to have, something a little bit extra. And this is let me bring in this is the box that I showed you. I used Garden Green, and then I put the label this way. You can let me know, do you like the label at the top, or do you like it where it kind of comes off to the side the best? And then the third box I want to show you, instead of DSP, I use the dots and spots die, and just lay this over cardstock and run it through your cut and emboss machine. And then this is what I came up with. I used real red and used that spots and dots die, but I decorated it the same way. I used the white and put 2 of the chocolates in there. So which of the little deer do you like the best? So Jenny, you like the ones at the top? Thanks, Connie. I'm glad you like the projects. And see, I think you can see those? Move those out of the way for you. Thanks, Ray. I'm glad that you like them. And again, I think I like the one at the top too the best. So, but that's how us stampers, we make something and then we change it up a little bit, right? So, and yes, those polka dots, that the spots and dots dies, you can just do something small, but also it's a larger die, so you can definitely do like a whole layer with the spots and dots too. I have all the measurements in the description, so if you didn't catch that, you can just look at that after you watch the video if you want to recreate this box. And I'm Terri Hartley at Rustic Barn Cards. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. I will see you next Tuesday at 1 p.m. Central. Take care and have a great week. And bye for now.